I was streaming, tears in my eyes, clearly really upset, and these two women came up to me and, all right, mate, can we have a photo? And I was like, yeah.
Oh, and you did it as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't now. I wouldn't now.
Yeah.
I get angry thinking of them two idiots.
Matt Smith,
Hey
welcome.
Hey
up.
Hey up.
What a great greeting.
Yeah.
You've starred in so many incredible projects, but we're going to start off with a film that was your first film, but also wasn't your first film.
Okay.
In Bruges.
It's Potter. Just sit there and take care of your missus.
Yeah. Wow.
You got deleted.
Yeah.
You got cut.
Yeah, I got cut out of it, mate. Well, the thing is, I was playing a young Ralph Fiennes. When you watch that movie, you're like, you don't need anything else but Ralph Fiennes. He's so good. He's good in everything, isn't he? But yeah, I went out to Belgium, to Bruges, obviously. But to Martin's credit, who the director, he wrote me a lovely note on squared paper, I seem to remember. And yeah, didn't make the cut.
Well, if I had a nickel for every time you've beheaded someone, I'd have 2 nickels.
And when else have I? Oh, House of Dragon.
Did you have to do it in House of the Dragon because you got cut from In Bruges?
Yeah, I insisted that I get I'll do it if I can have a beheading scene.
It was a demand.
Yeah.
But so many actors have experienced being cut from a film, also rejections.
Yeah.
Is that a role that you got really close to that you wish happened at the time?
Yeah, loads. I'm trying to think. Of course, there was always those that so much of acting is the luck of those nearly moments, those maybe moments, and I'm sure looking back, you're like, but then what's funny is, you sort of invest all this stuff and you really want it, and then someone else does it and you're like, it wasn't the end of the world. It's just, at the end of the day, it's just a film or a TV show. I think I'm a bit older now and I've probably got a degree more perspective on it. But yeah, I'm pretty certain there's a lot of those roles.
Is there an embarrassing audition that comes to mind that will always haunt you?
God, yeah, probably loads. Where you've just not been at the races or you've not been on form and you ring your agent, you're like, oh God, I was terrible. But again, in the grand scheme of things, we're not saving lives.
No.
You think if you make a film that's really terrible, everyone's like, no one cares. Everyone's just getting on with their own life. Do you know what I mean? They don't care if your movie does crap at the box office.
And it's all part of learning as well. And you're doing what you love.
Yeah, I feel really privileged to be an actor. I love it. It's a great job. I love it. But you love, your job. I can see that in you.
I just love having a chat.
Yeah. Well, they pay you for it, so I hope
Exactly.
so. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean? I bet if you looked at your 10-year-old self, you'd be like, yeah, I'll take that.
Oh, no,
Talk
definitely.
about movies and films all day.
Exactly. Yeah, I love it.
Meet really boring, self-involved actors.
No, you're all the best.
Yeah.
You're the best.
Actors are all right, generally, I think.
Yeah, there are a few.
Yeah,
We'll talk
yeah,
after.
yeah.
I'm being too polite.
Yeah.
The doctor will see you now!
Legs 11. Doctor Who.
Yes.
You were just 26 when you got cast, which is
Yeah,
insane. And
I
to
know.
carry that legacy is just huge. How does it feel looking back on that time?
I look back on it with great fondness. I love Doctor Who. It's such an amazing part, and Karen Gillan and Arthur Darvill and Jenna Coleman. I sort of forged friendships there that are really long lasting. And it was an amazing sort of training ground in a way. I was on camera just all the time, but B, it's such a great role. But it was huge pressure. And sort of overnight, your life is affected in quite a sort of bizarre way. Because suddenly you're Doctor Who to people. They just see you as that thing. And it's like, that comes with its own set of pressures, I suppose.
Yeah, it's a huge responsibility.
Yeah.
Well, Doctor Who means so much to so many people.
Yeah.
What's been one of the most memorable fan interactions you've had with someone?
Oh, God, I've had a few really major ones. A few really heartbreaking ones, actually, as well. Because the thing about Doctor Who is it's a sort of show that when you talk to people that you can put on and it can sort of be on in the background. And I remember I was in Australia and I went to see a little boy. It was quite sad, really, but it was amazing in a way. But he didn't really have long left. And I sort of went and his mum was there and I held his hand. It was really sad, but this kid just loved Doctor Who. And it was random that I was in the country and the stars aligned. I was in this particular city in like Brisbane or something. And so, the power of it is quite extraordinary, really. But generally speaking, Doctor Who is a wonderful fan base, and it's I feel at home in that world.
To do something like that as well must be so special, because that's what it's all about, to be able to touch people like that.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah. But it really stuck. I was thinking about it the other day. Actually, it really kind of stuck with me, I guess in many ways it's the powers. It's a testament to the power of these types of characters, and that particular character, I think, has, just a really beautiful sort of reach to it.
It must be impossible to pick your favourite episode from Doctor Who.
Of Doctor Who?
Yeah, but is there a scene or a particular episode
I
that
think
will
I love
always stay with you, that you're most proud of?
I like the 11th hour because it was the first one and there was a lot of pressure on that, and I think the way he meets Amy Pond is really beautiful, to meet her as a little girl and then leave her and come back. And I have such fond memories of Karen as well. And then I thought Vincent and the Doctor was just beautiful, seeing Vincent van Gogh, like just the idea of seeing Van Gogh come and realise he was a great painter is clever. And I'd say those two are my favourites. And the Christmas one with Catherine Jenkins, because she's singing to a giant shark.
And what's better than that?
What the is not like, you know what I mean? That's just Doctor Who. I love it. What's she doing? Catherine Jenkins is singing operatically to fish that are floating in space. Sign me up.
I had the funniest interview with Karen Gillan.
Oh, she's the bomb.
So she told
I love
me
her. I love that girl. She's
that
the best.
she shaved her hair for Nebula,
Yeah.
and she was in a hotel,
Yeah.
and she got mistaken for a man, but she went along with it. She was
Really?
like, "Oh yes," and like,
What, is I doing a deep voice? That doesn't surprise me.
where's the strangest place that you've been recognised?
Oh, I don't know. Toilets are always pretty weird.
And awkward as well.
Yeah, like literally when you're having a wee, do you know what I mean? You're like, what? Now? You want a photo now? Yeah, I'll be, no. Do you know what I mean? I mean, once I broke up with a girlfriend and I was literally walking through North London. I was streaming, tears in my eyes. Clearly really upset. And these two women came up to me and, all right, mate, can we have a photo? And I was like, yeah.
Oh, and you did it as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't now. I wouldn't now.
Yeah.
I get angry thinking of them two idiots. Anyway,
Listen, ladies,
yeah.
you're watching this.
I was clearly heartbroken. Do you know what I mean? It was one of them, and it was.
You
anyway.
upset me even more.
But this was years ago, you know.
So what might you earn then over the course of the year?
Well, in 1 year alone, Oriel might cover 40 mares.
One of my favourite series of all time, The Crown.
Yeah.
Please stay with me here. So me and my mum used to watch it,
Okay.
and we'd always say, Philippe.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I know Claire's not here, but can you teach me how to do a good Philippe?
Well, I think it's pretty good, isn't it? I don't know what I can teach you really, apart from because I'm not really that posh. Do you know what I mean? It was all sort of put on, but it's I can't.
What's the tip? What's the tip?
What's the tip? I don't know. I didn't say it. She did. So I think you'd have to ask Claire.
I think I'm meant to be speaking to her next month.
She's the best.
I'll get her to rate my Philippe.
Yeah.
Philippe,
Yeah.
what would you give it out of 10?
I'm not scoring high, but I appreciate the effort.
You've got notes, is what you're saying.
Yeah, it needs work.
I've told him the Royal House Mountbatten is in the bag.
That was a mistake. It's not. The name has to be Windsor.
You and Claire, though, were the OG Liz and Phil.
Yeah.
And so many incredible actors followed. Is there anyone that you were gutted that you didn't get to work with, that you would have loved to have worked alongside?
Oh, well, I love Tobias Menzies, who also played Philip. And because I did a play with him, and I just think he lives in it. I just love Tobias, and I really want to work with him again, but obviously we can't play the same character. There's not too many egos in one room. Who
Nightmare.
else? Loads of
Olivia
people have been
Colman.
in it. Olivia, I love. I've worked with Olivia as well, though, on Doctor Who. I would have loved to work with her.
Emma Corrin, Josh O'Connor.
Emma, Josh, but yeah, I mean, it's a who's who of just fabulous actors, isn't it? The Crown. So all of them. It's I feel again, it's it's nice to be part of a show that is, I suppose with The Crown you can go. When people go, should I watch it? I'm like, it's good. I can safely say it's really strong.
Oh,
you
it's
know what I
solid.
mean? Yeah, it's quality.
Being called Grandad by Prince Harry
Yeah.
must have been
That did happen, yeah.
what the is going on moment.
Yeah, it was weird. It was weird because he'd watched it as well, obviously, But he was pretty nice about it, I have to say. I think he was probably sensitive to the idea of it getting to his mum, maybe, but which he would be.
Yeah.
It must be odd for them. Do you know what I mean? It is like ultimately they are just a family. But you know what I mean? I'm not necessarily. It must be a tough thing to have to sort of bear. I don't know how much they like it as an institution. I get the impression they're not madly into it.
I would have loved to have been Princess Margaret.
Really?
Oh,
She lived it up, didn't she?
she was a baddie.
Yeah, she was cool though.
Yeah.
I was down with Margaret.
Yeah.
Helena, she'd have been fun to work with.
Love Helena
Oh,
Bonham
do you know
Carter.
who actually? I've worked with her before, and I love her. Leslie Manville.
She's
That's
a
it.
great actress.
That's my pick.
Yeah.
Leslie.
It's a good choice.
You won't be kneeling to me.
That's not how it will look. That's not how it will feel. It will feel like a eunuch. An amoeba is kneeling before his wife.
You strike me as someone that's very well mannered. Is
I've
there
got good manners, yeah.
Is there any etiquette that stayed with you from The Crown?
I don't know, because Philip wasn't particularly. He's not exactly well mannered. He don't give a flying fudge, does he? Do you know what I mean? It's like he just does. That's why I loved him. And he's like, I don't care.
He's a bit of a lad.
Yeah, he was. There was a sort of courage to his identity, I think. Not really, to be honest with you. I'm not, because that's a particular type of manners that I'm not. I'm more. I just think I was brought up, please, thank you, all that sort of stuff. But often, I think that level of society aren't that well mannered.
Do you know what? I agree with you.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think a lot of my friends from the working class are sooner to go to the bar than a lot of them have got deep pockets.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Last Night in Soho.
Yeah.
Incredible film.
What did you do? Oh, but that's a bad show, isn't it?
No one can dance more effortlessly cool than you. Did it feel as cool shooting that scene?
Yeah, I knew. Well, also Edgar's, he's got such authority and poise technically. I knew it was kind of groovy. Yeah, I liked it. And the cigarette and all that sort of stuff. It was yeah, I love that scene. And actually, that scene, it looks way more like it. A lot of it was kind of smoke, people hiding behind, like Thomasin hiding behind me, and Anya's there and popping up. It looks like there's a lot of like switching of faces and people in the dance. I don't know if you remember, but Thomasin and Anya sort of switch in and out, and it was all kind of choreographed. How do you say it? It was practical, not sort of CGI and stuff.
Yeah, I've seen the behind the scenes
Yeah.
clip of it. It's so impressive.
Yeah. It's just like people like coming out.
Yeah,
from
just
bushes.
the girls constantly like ducking.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Yeah, it was good.
Soho's always a good time though. If we were to go on a night out in Soho, where would we be going?
Oh, that's a very good question. I mean, it's changed over the years, you see. Do you know what I mean? Because to be honest, I'm not out in Soho as much as I used to be. But back in the day, I'll tell you where I like now, Jerry's.
I don't think I've been to Jerry's.
It's good. I think it's up your street, mate. It's like a sort of old actors bar. Downstairs, it's on Greek Street, I think. It's top. That's a good night out. I have a bit of live music in there sometimes, and it's good.
So we come to it at long last. Cannot trust you, Damon.
Onto the show that gives me hair envy like no other.
Yeah.
House of the Dragon.
You can't have hair envy for anyone. Look at that. That's a great head of hair.
I try.
Blinding.
Damon has a way with words though. Do you have a favourite Damon insult?
Well, I can't really remember him, to be honest with you.
I have a great one
Go
written
on,
down,
hit
okay?
me.
In Vale, the men are said to sheep instead of women.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can assure you the sheep are prettier.
That's good, actually. Yeah, that one.
Savage.
Yeah, in the Vale. Yeah, he's talking to his ex-wife's parents or something as well, isn't he? That's what's good about that. He's like-
Brutal.
yeah.
Damon kneeling to Rhaenyra, though, was such a pivotal moment. How did it feel shooting that scene? Because he's evolved so much.
How did it feel? I don't know. It felt like a day at work. I didn't really feel much.
But it's interesting because you've played these two characters like Damon and Philip,
Yeah.
who were almost in the shadow of these very powerful women.
Well, they very much are.
Yeah.
Not almost.
Yeah.
They are. I mean, that was that in many respects. That's what was amazing about Prince Philip is that his sense of duty actually to her. Obviously, there were indiscretions, or they were or weren't. Who knows? But his sense of duty to her and to the crown was kind of amazing. And in a way, Damon, there's a kind of similarity there, I suppose, but Damon's just more unhinged and more violent.
Just slightly more unhinged.
and more of a sociopath.
Am I not on my way even now to Harrenhal to raise an army in your name, Rhaenyra?
Everyone's so excited about season 3. Can you look into the camera and pull a face that best sums up season 3? Should I show you the face that Liv Cook pulled?
Go on, love Liv.
This was Liv's face. Do you think that's accurate? Is that? Yeah?
Yeah. It's all accurate.
I mean, working with Liv, like...
Yeah, I mean, sadly, I don't get enough because we're in different... Like, we're always campaigning to get a scene together. Like, just give us just one scene so we can do a bit of acting together, and we never get it. Yeah, she's amazing. I mean, to be honest with you, the cast on that show make the experience, really. They're brilliant. From Emma, Sonoya, Liv, Fabian, Rhys when he was there, Tom Lincani, Paddy. It's a wonderful group of actors, and I think they really, really make the show.
Is there anyone that you've learnt the most from as a scene partner?
Yeah, loads of them. I mean, Emma's extraordinary. They're an extraordinary actor, really. And, yeah, I just love being on set with Emma. I learn from Emma every day. Paddy, Rhys, I mean, everyone really. It's we're blessed with a lot of talent on that show.
10 out of 10 cast.
Yeah.
Is that the best you can do? I've got to fly back to London. I need you to take care of my cat.
I like cats.
I like dogs.
Another 10 out of 10 hairdo. Caught stealing.
Yes. That was the last time I saw you, wasn't it?
It was the last time.
With the Aronofsky.
Yes.
He's cool, isn't he, Darren?
He's a pretty cool guy.
Cool cat, isn't he? Yeah.
No one wants Russ as their neighbour. Have you ever had a nightmare annoying neighbour?
Yeah, definitely. I've probably been the nightmare annoying neighbour as well. So, swings and roundabouts, isn't it? But yeah, I think everyone has, haven't they? Have you?
I'm actually lucky, touch wood, that I've not had anyone that's particularly
Yeah,
bad.
because in London, people, you're living right next to people. It's par for the course. But I've also had some really great neighbours as well. Had a Brazilian live downstairs from me called Camilla, and her 2 boys, and she put up with a lot, to be fair.
You've got to set yourself apart.
We've got to talk about one of the best series I've seen all year, The Death of Bunny Munro.
Yes.
It is fantastic.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm really proud of it.
I mean this in the most complimentary way.
Yeah.
Your character's an absolute dick.
Yeah.
But a lovable dick. And that's testament to you because you bring this charm with him.
He is. Look, I think we meet this character in the middle of a sort of a whirlwind of pain. He's on the verge of a breakdown, and we meet him in the sort of, the nexus, the eye of the storm, the eye of the hurricane, really. And it is the death of Bunny Munro. It's a sort of tragedy in 5 acts, but there was great. I think those characters are the most interesting. Yes, he is transgressive and difficult and strange and unhinged and a terrible father, but also if you watch the whole thing, there's a real depth to the father-son-ness of it all. And I think we need these characters on telly to sort of reflect back at who we are. You know what I mean? I think it's just a great bit of writing, actually. And the kid's amazing. Rafa, 9 years old, first thing he's ever done.
That's
you know what
insane.
I mean? Getting out acted by a 9-year-old every day. I was like, throwing popcorn in here now. You know what I mean?
But yeah, you say that because it's also about how hurt people.
It is, and it's about the sins of the father, and that's I think it's important that we tell and props to Sky and Clerkenwell for having the courage to make a TV show like this, because so much of what we see on can be sometimes not safe but vaguely predictable, and this feels like it's got real courage, I think, as a story. I just like being involved in work that feels like that there's an element of risk to it. Is it gonna you know what I mean? It can go one of 2 ways, really.
Yeah, well, you should be super proud of this one.
Thank you.
Maybe I didn't love you quite as often as I could have.
The second you started singing Always on My Mind,
Yeah.
I was like, Matt Smith in a movie musical, when?
I don't know if I could do that, but yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. I'll have to get. I don't know. I'll have to get training, won't I?
Are you into musicals?
Love a musical.
I'm the biggest musicals geek. What are your favourite musicals?
Miss Saigon, belter.
Top 5.
Yeah, it's an absolute. What are your top 5? Let's look on. Let's hear 'em.
It changes
Tough.
all the
It does.
time.
It's just because my mum and my sister were bang into them. But yeah, I like.
Okay, I need your top 5.
Well, to be honest, I don't know my top 5. I don't know if I've got. But my sister was in Saturday Night Fever. She's a dancer. I loved that in the West End at the Palladium. Miss Saigon, I liked. What else is there? Come on, let's think about this. American Psycho, because I was in it. So I've got to call that one. That's 3 actually. I need 2 more.
Nearly
don't I?
there.
What? Go on.
I love.
Go on.
I love movie musicals.
Yeah, go on.
Obviously, also theatre.
Yeah,
Movie musicals, cabaret,
yeah.
and then I love Hello Dolly.
Nice. I like that. Good for you. I like that.
I love Barbara Streisand.
Yeah, we all love Barbara Streisand, mate. What about Singing in the Rain's a classic?
Incredible.
So, like going back to those bad boys as well. I'll have to have a think.
Funny Face, Gentlemen Prefer Blondes.
Yeah. Marion.
I love all the oldies,
Nice.
the golden oldies.
Have you always been into films?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like,
Is that how you sort of? It's always been your-
musicals is probably my first love.
Really?
Yeah, love musicals.
Wow, interesting. Cool.
I listen
yeah.
to them all the time. I listen to musicals at the gym.
Yeah.
That's my like workout playlist. A
I
musical.
don't. I'm. Listen. There's no judgment here. I love that.
You won't catch Bunny Monroe!
Going back to the death of Bunny Monroe,
Yeah.
the moment he pisses all over a customer's bathroom,
Yes.
unhinged,
Yeah.
who would win in a revenge off between Bunny and Damon?
Oh, that's a tough one, isn't it? I think they'd probably just get on. Do you know what I mean? They'd be like, actually, do you know what? Let's get on the Dragon and go down the pub. We'll figure it out. But you know, Damon is a sort of sadist deep down, isn't he? He's a sociopath. He's off his rocker. Bunny's just up. Probably
Yeah.
Damon.
Yeah, I think Damon wins as well.
Probably.
You won't catch Bunny Monroe!
I love how your character goes by Bunny. Are there any nicknames that you used to get growing up?
Yeah, loads. I mean, most of my mates call me Smithy.
Like Gavin and Stacey.
Yeah, Pit. They call. I've got.
Pit?
That's a long story. How about you?
Olive.
Olive.
Oh, I do have a good one actually.
Okay, yeah. Go.
Blur.
Blur.
Yeah, I'm Auntie Blur to my niece.
Right. Is that because
I'm
you
the
are...
eldest of 4, so I'm Big Libs. So they've shortened it to Blur. I'm the boss, basically.
Blur. Although Blur doesn't feel bossy as a nickname. It's like, where's Blur? Is Blur?
Yeah, it
Blur?
sounds weak, but no.
No.
I am not weak.
Sebastian is
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Sometimes they'll call me the XL bully as well, after the dog.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which have been banned.
Yes, aggressive.
Yeah. Wow.
promise I'm not.
It's all coming out.
Yeah, I get called a snake as well. A lot of
A snake,
yeah.
Blur, and an XL bully.
This is
3
all
of
the
the
things.
most savage nicknames that we've got.
This is what comes with being the eldest. Are you the eldest?
No, I'm the youngest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah. Wow. Interesting. Blur.
Blah.
Yes, Blur. The dream. You've got to sell them the dream.
But the score is just perfection in this
Yeah,
show.
yeah, it's good, isn't
There's
it?
a bit of Kylie Minogue as well. That was like the cherry on top for me.
Yeah.
What songs were you listening to get into character?
Do you know what? My mate Johnny Lloyd, who's a musician, has a song called Suze, which is a really beautiful song, and I was listening to that so much. It's check it out. It's called Suze by Johnny Lloyd. And then what else was I listening to? A bit of everything, man. Sorrow. I used to listen to that a lot in Brighton. Sorrow by The National, I think. I bounce everywhere. I can go like Oasis, Radiohead, loads of rap music to sort of like Rachmaninoff. You know, it's a bit. It's a pretty schizophrenic.
Well, you're a huge Oasis fan.
I am.
How many times did you go and see them?
A lot.
But I respect this because I'm a massive Lady Gaga fan. So I
Really?
went every night when she was
Did
on.
you?
So I understand.
Wow.
I support it.
Do you? Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, like lots of our mates went a lot. I mean, I love them. But so Gaga, she was at the O2.
Do you know this is the thing that we do as fans?
No, what? No.
This is called the pause up.
Okay.
She's Mother Monster.
Interesting.
So we are her little monsters and we all
Yes.
do this together
Okay,
when
cool.
she's on.
That's the.
The whole show, you basically like that.
It's
You
like a-
pause up.
a
And she
sign
will
of-
say, put your paws up a
Put your-
million times.
Wow.
Do you like Lady Gaga?
I can't profess to like her like you like her. No, it's not. I'm not not in quite the same way.
You've
no.
not dabbled.
No, not as yet.
There's time.
There's still time.
I'm not a big Oasis fan though.
There's still time.
Where do I start?
Start at the beginning.
What's the Oasis starter pack?
Just I listened to the first two albums. So get Watch Story, Morning Glory. I mean, look, you can start anywhere, but like I mean, yeah, the first 2 albums.
Do you have a favourite song? I know that's like an impossible question.
favourite
when you're-
Oasis song?
Yeah, when you're a massive fan
Just
of
get-
the artist.
Definitely Maybe, Get What's the Story, Get Be Here Now, and you can get through. I mean, I did Desert Island Discs and I played Roll With It. I don't know if it's necessarily my favourite Oasis song, but I don't know, I bounce around. Like some nights on the tour it'd be Slide Away, some nights it'd be Champagne Supernova, some nights it'd be Acquiesce. It can be anything.
Pit, it has been a pleasure.
Pit Blur.
Pit and Blur. It has been a pleasure.
It's always a pleasure, Blur.
Thank
You
you.
snaky XL bully, you. Yeah, thanks for having me. It's nice when it's an easy chat with old Blur. It's always a good crack with Blur, mate.
And remember,
Yeah.
put your paw up.
Get your f***ing fists up, mate.